Hi, I'm your Srinivas from Sri Sai Sadbhavana School. In this session, we will discuss about the movements of the earth in social studies subject. That is lesson number 2, movements of the earth. I hope you have already opened the textbook. Please look at the textbook. The shape of the earth. I am reading. Many years ago, people believed that the earth was flat. But Indian astronomers Aryabhatta and Bhaskara discovered that the earth is a sphere and it spins on its axis. People did not believe them for a long time. But great explorers like Ferdinand Magellan and astronomers like Nicholas Copernicus proved them right. Today, we know for sure that the earth is spherical, which can easily be seen in the photographs of the earth taken with the help of satellites. It is easy to learn more about the earth with the help of a globe. A globe is the model of the earth with oceans, seas and continents shown on a smaller scale. In the first lesson, this globe topic has now come. What I have explained, what is the globe? Globe is the model of the earth. That is the model of the earth, which includes oceans, places, everything. Okay, seas and continents shown on a smaller scale. That means we have shown them in a smaller dimension. Okay, then what is the first para says? The shape of the earth. What is the first para? First para explains the shape of the earth. You know very well. Now we know that the shape of the earth is spherical or round. Okay. But in the olden days, they believed that the earth species, the earth believed that earth was flat. That means many people believed that earth was flat. Earth was flat, but they don't believe that it is a sphere in structure, that is round. Okay, but the great Indian astronomers proved that Aryabhatta, the great astronomers named by Aryabhatta and Bhaskara, discovered that the earth is a sphere. Earth is a sphere, that means circular in shape. Circular in shape, and it spins on its axis. And it spins on its own axis, like your, what you call it as tap, like your tap. Okay. People did not believe them for a long time. They say that this is fair, but the people did not believe. Okay, because there is no proof for that. But after that, some great explorers like Ferdinand Magellan and astronomers like Nicholas Copernicus proved them right. They proved them right. Today we know for sure that the earth is spherical, which can easily be seen in photographs of the earth taken with the help of satellites. That means we have sent some satellites to the atmosphere. That is by name Aryabhatta. So many are there, SLV. Okay, they have taken the photograph of the earth. They have taken the photograph of the earth that they shows that earth is spherical in shape. Earth is spherical in shape. And also how they have proved, if you start from a play point, if you start from a point, you once again reach the same point. After traveling so many, that means the distance you reach the same point. That means the earth is round. But if you travel in a flat surface, what happens? If you travel like this, what will happen? You will fall down. You will fall down. But here you can reach to the same point. That means the earth is spherical in shape. The great sailors, they have proved by traveling on the sea. That means they're starting from one place and reached the same place. By traveling after several days or years, they reach to the same place. That they shows that the earth is spherical in shape. If it is flat, what it will happen? When they reach here, they will fall down to the atmosphere, but they can't because the Earth is spherical in shape. They reach to the same place. This shows that Earth is spherical in shape. Next, with the help of the satellite, see here, artificial satellite is taking the photograph of the Earth. They have given the satellite how it is taking the photograph of the Earth. Okay, they are rotating around Earth every day. Okay, 24 hours they are rotating. Okay, it is easy to learn more about the Earth with the help of a globe. With the help of a globe, we can learn how the Earth rotates, how the Earth spins, like that. A globe is the model of the Earth with oceans, seas, and continents shown on a smaller scale. What is a globe? Then, what is a globe? Globe is the model of Earth. Globe is the model of Earth, which consists of, here they are given oceans, with oceans, seas, and continents. Seas and continents. This is called as globe, model of the Earth. Okay, but on a smaller scale, it presents the same as the Earth, but in a smaller scale. Okay, more about the globe. They are given the detail about the globe. We will learn now. I will read. Look at the globe. It spins around a rod which has two ends. This rod is not absolutely straight but is slightly tilted. In the same way, the earth also spins or rotates on an imaginary line called an axis. The top end or the northernmost point of an axis is known as the North Pole, and the bottom end or the southernmost point is called the South Pole. The astronomers have found that the axis of our Earth does not stand upright. It is tilted to an angle of 23.5 degree from the perpendicular as shown in the figure. This is known as the inclination of Earth's axis. Here, they have given the globe in your textbook. See, it is tilted. That means Earth. It is fixed here, globe. Like this. It is fixed to a stand. It is fixed to a stand. Okay. Look at the globe. It spins around a rod. That means here the rod is inside the globe. Full total is there. It rotates. If you rotate a globe, it rotates. Okay. That means spinning rotates. This rod it spins around a rod which has two ends. This rod is not absolutely straight but is slightly tilted. That means it is not like this, it is slightly tilted. How many degrees? It is slightly tilted to 23.5 degrees. 23.5 degrees. That is by measuring the protractor. Okay. They won't take the protractor. By some calculations, they have calculated that the earth is tilted to 23.5 degrees. Okay. In the same way, the earth also spins and rotates on an imaginary line called axis. Here also, we have imaginary lines. In the first lesson, we have learned about the lines, imaginary lines. Okay. It rotates on the imaginary line, same as this axis. Okay. The top end of the northernmost point is an axis known as North Pole. This is called as North Pole. This is called as South Pole. North Pole and South Pole. Okay. The north to the top we call it as Northern Pole, and in the bottom we call it as Southern Pole. We have learned already in the first lesson. The astronomers have found that the axis of our Earth does not stand upright. It is tilted to an angle of 23.5 degree from the perpendicular as shown in the figure. This is known as the inclination of Earth's axis. Inclination means slope. What is the meaning of inclination? Slope. Okay, not straight. It is just a slope-like structure. Okay, it is tilted. Okay, tilted to 23.5 degrees. 23.5 degrees. Next, we will move to the movements of the Earth. The earth takes on two movements, spinning around itself like a top, known as rotation, and revolving around the sun, known as revolution. Rotation of the earth. Rotation refers to the spinning of the earth on its own axis. It takes approximately 24 hours to complete one rotation. The earth rotates from west to east. Rotation of the earth causes day and night. It is easy to see their formation if you shine a bright light on the side of a globe in a dark room. Mark the place where you live on the globe. Now slowly spin the globe on its axis, which watch what happens to the place where you live. You will see that it is sometimes pointed towards the light, which represents the sun, and sometimes it is away from the light. In the same way, when the earth rotates on its axis, only one portion of its face it faces the sun and is bright. This portion of the earth has day, the other half is away from the sun and is in darkness. This portion of the earth has night. This occurs alternately, causing day and night as the earth keeps spinning. Here they are given movements of the earth. The earth takes on two movements. It has two movements known as spinning around its like a tap known as rotation. That means spinning around its own axis is called as rotation. Along with the rotation, it moves around the sun. That is called as revolution. Rotation as well as revolution. Okay. So now we will learn what is the rotation of the earth. I have already read. Rotation refers to the spinning of the earth on its own axis. That means on its own axis it rotates. It rotates. It takes approximately 24 hours. What is the duration for completing one rotation is 24 hours. 24 hours the earth rotates from west to east. How it rotates? West to east. So we feel that the earth rises in the east. We feel that earth rises in the east. Okay, this is the about the rotation. Next they give in brief. Rotation of the earth causes day and night. What are the effects of the rotation? They cause us day and night. Day and night are caused by this rotation. This rotation. It is easy to see their information if you shine. What you have to do? Take a globe or a ball. Okay. Take a torch. Darken your room. And on the ball you put the light. Okay. When you can't put the light, throw it full on the ball. Okay. If you place like this, you can't put because half portion of the ball light, another portion is back side is darkness. That is no light. That means what is that? This torch acts like the sun, this ball acts like the earth. That means if you the area where you are getting is the day, the dark side is known as the night. As it rotates, the day part becomes night and the night part becomes day, but the sun is stationary, so we will feel the day and night. Day and night. That means mark the place where you live on the globe. Now slowly spin the globe on its axis. That means spin slowly. Okay. Watch what happens to the place where you live. That means when you move, it will move to the darkness. That is to the night side. You will see that it sometimes pointed towards the light and sometimes towards the dark. That means sometimes towards the light. That is day. When it comes to the dark place, that is called as shadow place, that is night. Okay, and sometimes it is away from the light. In the same way, when the earth rotates on its axis, only one portion of the faces the sun and is bright. That means half portion only get the. That means this portion. This portion. That means when the sun is here. Okay, this portion only gets the sunlight. Okay, this portion. Another this side we will feel the night. Okay, faces the sun and is bright. This portion of the earth is the earth has day. The other half is away from the sun and is in the darkness. This portion of the earth has night. Okay, this occurs alternately, causing day and night as the earth keeps spinning. That means earth is rotating always, it cannot stop. It can't stop even a single second. It is always rotating. So alternately, the sunset and the sunrise occurs in one or another place. Every time, every second. Okay, one or other place, the sun rises and the sun sets. I hope you understand what is the rotation of the earth, what is the duration it takes, 24 hours. By this rotation of the earth, day and nights are occur on the earth. Day and nights are occur on the earth. The earth rotates from west to east. The earth rotates from west to east. Next, revolution of the earth. Besides rotating on its axis, the earth also moves around the sun on a fixed elliptical path known as orbit. This movement of the earth is called revolution. The earth takes approximately 365 1 by 4 days to complete one revolution. The 1 by 4 day is set off every year to make an extra day. This day is added to February every fourth year. This year is known as leap year. Hence, every fourth year is a leap year. Leap year. As the earth keeps rotating and revolving around the sun, different parts of the earth receive different amount of heat and light from the sun. This is why the seasons keep changing. The region that is tilted away from the sun receives less heat and has winter. On the other hand, the region that is tilted towards the sun receives more heat and has summer. Next, we'll go to the revolution of the earth. That means the second type of movement, that is revolution of the earth. Here the earth rotates on its own axis as well as it moves around the sun also. It moves around the sun, that is called as revolution. That is called as revolution. Okay, that is, it is moving around the sun in a fixed elliptical path or known as orbit. Elliptical means like this path. Okay, this is the elliptical path. See here, they are given in the page number 10 only. That is the elliptical path known as orbit. We call this as orbit. Okay. This movement of the earth is called a revolution. That means the earth rotates on its own axis as well as it rotates around the sun. That rotation is called as revolution of the earth. It is rotating in the fixed orbit or the elliptical orbit, that is known as path, fixed elliptical path, that is called as orbit. Okay, the earth takes, what is the duration of this revolution? Here rotation takes only 24 hours, but the revolution takes 365 1 by 4 days. 365 1 by 4 days, that means 1 year. It takes 1 year and quarter the day. 1 year plus quarter day. Next, this quarter day is set up every year to make an extra day. That means this quarter day, we can't start from the year from there. So we take 365 days per year. That means we are taking 365 days per year. This 1 by 4 day is for 4 years. They are adding, and in the 4 years once you will calculate it 1 day. They take it as 1 day and add it to the February month. And adding to the February month, that is 29 days, we call it as leap year. We call it as leap year. I hope you understand. The revolution of the earth takes 365 1 by 4 days, that is quarter day. This quarter day cannot be counted every year. So they are calculating 365 days. They are taken as 365 days per year. Okay. This quarter day, for every 4 years, they are taken 1 day extra. They are added to the February month. Every year we have February 28 days. But for every 4 years, the February month has 29 days, that is called as leap year. I hope you understand where from where this 29 days, that means one extra day has taken. That means from here. Okay. Next. Hence, every fourth year is a leap year. That means for every 4 years we have leap year. Then what are the effects of this revolution? What are the uses or effects? As the earth keep rotating and revolving around the sun, different parts of the earth receive different amount of heat and light from the sun. It is already tilted. That means the axis is 24.5 degree tilted. Yes. So it receives different types of heat and cold. It feels different types of heat and cold. Okay. This is why the seasons keep changing. By this rotation or revolution of the earth, the seasons are occur. Okay. The region that is tilted away from the sun receives less heat and has winter. That means which is away from the sun. That means when, if you consider this is the sun at this time, this is winter. Okay. When it is very near, this is summer. Okay. See here how they are given. Okay. This is why the seasons keep changing. The region that is tilted away from the sun receives less heat and has winter. On the other hand, the region that is tilted towards the sun receives more heat and has summer. What causes the changes that we see throughout the season? Throughout the year, I am reading. Throughout the year, as the earth orbits the sun, many of its spots experience changing seasons. The warm spring brings colorful flowers. It is followed by hot summer. The season of vacations. Then is another warm season known as autumn, when the leaves turn red and brown before falling off the trees. Finally comes winter, the only cold and dry season. The only cold and dry season. Here, what happens? That what causes the changes that we see throughout the seasons? Throughout the year, as the earth orbits the sun, that means the earth orbits the sun, many of its spots experience changing seasons. That means we are getting seasons. That means different seasons. In warm, we get spring season. That means brings colorful flowers. It followed by hot summer. Next we feel the hot summer, the season of vacations. That means in the summer, you get the holidays for the school. Holidays for the school. Then is another warm season known as autumn, when the leaves turn red and brown before falling off the trees. That means the autumn season, when the trees turn their leaves into brown color or turn red and brown, and the leaves will fall down. The leaves will fall down and the new leaves will start. Okay. Finally comes the winter, the only cold and dry season. That means our skin will dry in that season. Okay. In the cold season, our skin will dry. Okay. Next year, they have given the seasonal changing. See here, summer in the northern hemisphere, winter in the southern hemisphere. See, sir, here 2 times we will get the summer. No. See here how the changes. Spring in the northern hemisphere, autumn in the southern hemisphere. Same autumn in the northern hemisphere, spring in the southern hemisphere. Okay. Summer in the northern hemisphere, winter in the southern hemisphere, winter in the northern hemisphere, summer in the southern hemisphere. That means in the northern hemisphere and compared to the southern hemisphere, there are opposite. That means if it is summer, here it is winter. Okay. If it is spring, it is autumn. Like that, the northern and southern poles differ due to this tilting as well as the rotating. Okay. Next, the tilt of the Earth's axis plays a vital role in the change of seasons. If the axis of the Earth was not tilted, the Earth would receive the same amount of sunlight and hence the same season would be experienced throughout the year. If the Earth did not revolve around the Sun, the seasons would again be the same. Different seasons are therefore caused because of the inclined axis and the revolution of the Earth around the Sun. That means here they are given by the tilting of 23.5 degrees. We feel the different seasons. And also by this revolution of the earth also we feel the different seasons. If the axis of the earth was not tilted, that means it is straight. We feel both the northern and southern hemisphere same. If it is tilting, that means here it is far away from the earth, this is near far away from the sun, this is near to the, this is away from the sun, this is near to the sun. So it feels cold, it feels hot. Okay, that means on the same season we feel the differences. Okay. In the same way, without this revolution, we can't feel the seasons. If there is no revolution, we have fixed season. One, either rainy or summer or winter. Okay, here we are feeling the three seasons by this revolution of the earth. By this revolution of the earth. Now we will move to equinox and solstice. Solstices. Okay, equinox. 21st March and 23rd September are known as equinoxes when the day and nights are equivalent. During these equinoxes, the rays of the sun shine directly on the equator. That means on 21st March and 23rd September. On 21st March and 23rd September, the day and duration of the day and the night are same. They are called as equinox. They are called as equinoxes. Okay, that is on the day 21st March as well as on the 23rd September this occurs. So on that day, the day as well as the night have same duration. Same durations. Okay. Next, solstice. 21st June and 22nd December are known as summer solstice and winter solstice. Respectively, on these solstices, the rays of the sun shine directly on one of the two tropics. During the June solstice, the sun's rays shine directly on the Tropic of Cancer. During the December solstice, the sun's rays shine on the Tropic of Capricorn. The length of the days and the nights is not the same during the two solstices. That means on 21st June and 22nd December. 21st June and 22nd December. Known as summer solstice and winter solstice, respectively. This is summer. This is winter. Because in June, we are nearly to the summer. We are in the summer or in the rainy season, but in December it is winter. Okay. On these solstices, the rays of the sun shine directly on one of the two tropics. Two tropics. See here they are given in the figure. See solstice, that is June 21st, 22nd, December 21st and 22nd. The sun rays falls on the two tropics. Two tropics. During June, the sun rays shine directly on the Tropic of Cancer. During the December, the sun rays shine on Tropic of Capricorn. That is, we have learnt in the first lesson what is the Tropic of Cancer and what is the Tropic of Capricorn. The length of the days and nights are not same. Not the same in these 2 days. That means solstices, the days are not same. Day and nights are not same. Next we will move to the eclipses. Due to this rotation and revolution, the earth rotates around the sun as well as the moon rotates around the earth as well as around the sun also, because it is traveling along with the earth. It travels along with the earth. See what happens while the revolution and the rotation. The eclipses. The revolution of the earth around the sun and the revolution of the moon around the earth causes eclipses. This happens when the moon, the sun and the earth fall in the same line. Same line. That means while rotating, the sun, the earth, the moon. This is revolving around the sun. This is revolving around the earth. Okay. While when these come in the same place, like this. This is sun, this is earth, this is moon. When they come in the same straight line, these eclipses occur. These eclipses occur. The first one is the solar eclipse. In this year, there are four eclipses. Four eclipses, two lunar and two solar eclipses. We have already completed. I hope they have shown in the TVs also. Okay. Here, first we'll go for the solar eclipse. The first one is the solar eclipse. When the moon passes between the sun and the earth, it blocks the rays of the sun partially or totally from falling on the earth. It can occur only during a new moon. The earth is then in the shadow of the moon. This is known as the solar eclipse or eclipse of the sun. It is dangerous to look at a solar eclipse directly even if you have sunglasses on. Here, how the solar eclipse occur? While this rotation, the sun, the moon, and the earth comes. At this time, the rays of the earth, the rays of the sun, okay, the rays of the sun are affected. That means the moon. This is sun, this is moon, this is earth. That means it blocks, which blocks? Moon blocks. Moon blocks the rays of the sun that falls on the earth in a place. In a place, that place affects the solar eclipse. That place affects the solar eclipse. That means it blocks the rays of the sun partially or totally from falling on the earth. That means the sun rays are affected by this moon. Okay, here we get the shadow of the moon on the earth. Shadow of the moon on the earth. It occurs only during new moon day. New moon day, we call it as Amavasya. Okay, the earth is then in the shadow of the moon. That is, the earth faces the shadow of the moon. This is known as the solar eclipse or eclipse of the sun. Here, the sun, moon, and earth. That means moon comes in between sun and the earth. Moon comes in between sun and earth. The shadow of the moon falls on the earth. That means the shadow of the moon falls on the earth. Okay, that is called as solar eclipse. Solar eclipse. Okay, you understand very well. That means sun, the moon comes in between sun and earth. The shadow of the moon falls on the earth. This is called as solar eclipse. Solar eclipse. Okay. Or eclipse of the sun. It is also called by another name solar eclipse. It is dangerous to look at the solar eclipse directly because the sun is very bright. Okay. At the time, harmful rays are coming. So it is not possible to see us. If you see, it will harm your eyes directly. Okay. If you want to see, you have to use some special spectacles. Special spectacles. Okay. If you have sunglasses also, you can't see them by them. Okay. You can't see by them. Okay. Are you understand what is the solar eclipse? The moon comes in between sun and the earth. The shadow of the moon falls on the earth. So this is called as solar eclipse. Next we'll go for lunar eclipse. See here they have given the solar eclipse, the sun, moon and the earth. Here the place, the moon shadow falls. Okay. Next, the lunar eclipse. When the earth passes between the sun and the moon, it casts a shadow on the moon. It casts a shadow on the moon. That is, the rays of the sun cannot pass through the earth. It creates a shadow on the moon. Shadow on the moon. That is, earth shadow on the moon. Okay, when the earth passes between the sun and the moon, it casts a shadow on the moon partially or totally. This is known as the lunar eclipse or eclipse of the moon. Here in this, the earth comes in between sun and moon. Sun and moon. When the earth comes in between sun and moon, the lunar eclipse occur. Lunar eclipse. This occurs in new moon day. Sorry, full moon day. This occurs on full moon day. Lunar eclipse occurs more frequently than solar eclipses. A lunar eclipse can last up to an hour and a half. During a lunar eclipse, the moon may turn reddish. That means the shadow of the earth falls on the moon. So it looks like a red. It looks like red. Okay. It is not dangerous at all to look at a lunar eclipse because the moon does not produce its own light. If lunar eclipse occur, we will see it because the moon cannot produce its own light, so we can hear it, we can see it, we can see it. Okay, this completes the lesson about lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, and the rotation of the earth. Rotation of the earth. Okay. Do you know, here they are given, the axis of Jupiter is tilted at only 3 degrees and so there is no change in seasons. The axis of the Jupiter is tilted at only 3 degrees, that's all. So there is no seasons in the, there is no change of seasons in the Jupiter. The rotation and revolution of the moon take the same period of time and hence the same side of the moon is always seen from the earth. That means rotation and revolution of the moon takes the same period and time as hence we are seeing the only one face of the moon every day. Venus rotates from east to west and hence the sun rises in the west and sets in the east of the Venus. That means east rotates opposite to the earth. That means east to west. Our earth rotates west to east. The Venus rotates east to west. So in the Venus, the sun rises in the west and sets in the east. Okay, let us recall here. A globe is a small model of the earth with oceans, seas and continents shown on a smaller scale. The astronomers have found that the axis of our earth is tilted 23.5 degrees from the perpendicular position. This also I have explained, 23.5 degrees it is tilted. The position of the earth on 21st March and 23rd September when the days and nights are equal of length are called equinoxes. Equinoxes. Okay, I hope you understand what is solar eclipse. Once again, I will explain. Solar eclipse means while the rotating and revolution, the moon comes in between sun and the earth. The shadow of the moon falls on the earth. This is called as solar eclipse. Then what is lunar eclipse? When the sun, earth, moon comes in the same direction. That means the earth comes in between sun and the moon. The shadow of the earth falls on moon. This is called as lunar eclipse. Solar eclipse occur on new moon day. Lunar eclipse occur on full moon day. Okay, this is about the lesson. I hope you understand very well. We will continue in the next class. Please subscribe our channel. Thank you very much.